Welcome to Planet Dumb. Welcome to the dumbest podcast on Earth.
Yeah. Patreon members, thank you. You get episodes a week early on there. Patreon.com/planetdumb. I'm like out of the rhythm a little bit. I feel like it's been a while since we recorded. We got the homie Zubin with us today.
Sick.
What's up,
Sorry,
man? We're watching.
I was watching.
Black
they were turning
Scorpion.
green, and I wasn't sure what happened. Hey, everybody!
They're green with envy.
That guy's backward hat.
Yeah, why does he has a fitted?
He's Italian.
He's cool.
Is he?
Yeah, I don't know.
You've seen this show before.
I was making that shit up.
So you watched all of these? These are all spin-offs of Xena?
No, but I've seen the show. Those are like some other shows called like Nightman or some shit, and it's almost
like
the same
Mr.
premise, but it's a guy.
Nightman. Isn't that from Always Sunny in
Nightman.
Philadelphia?
Yeah.
Nightman.
That was
yeah,
like their idea.
Hey, man.
I never heard of Nightman though. That sounds.
There
pretty
were so
sick.
many like syndicated like these shows would come on after cartoons on Saturday. Like
yeah,
at
on
one
UPN or
two.
some shit. Or
This was
Channel 5.
2001. It looks like it was like 1992.
dude, yeah, it looks
WB,
it looks
yeah.
insanely dated,
Yeah.
but it's from 2001 somehow.
Yeah, the shows would
I
just
think
come out
they
like
s-
midday.
I think they said the show. We're watching Black Scorpion, by the way, which you can find on Amazon Prime. But yeah, it looks like it's shot in like the late 80s.
Yeah,
but it's
it looks
literally
so
from
bad.
2001, dude.
I thought it was like 95 at least. I was like, what the fuck, 2001 though?
I don't. Maybe that's the issue is because Amazon Prime says it was in 2001, and I looked it up. It said it aired on Sci-Fi in 2001, but maybe it was
like
on like
TV
basic.
before that. Yeah.
Maybe it was on like the basic channel,
No, it
like
could be.
UPN or WB
Like it
or
had- but why would they
or
re-air
KT.
it?
What was it? KTLA
KTLA
or whatever.
KTLA
Where they
Channel 9. That's where they used to show the
used to-
Lakers.
and they used to show Hercules up there and
No, on
shit.
Channel 5, Hercules. Was
I thought
Channel 5.
KTLA was Channel 5.
KTLA 9, no? And
Whatever.
then 5 was whatever. I don't know. K-Cal.
K-Cal,
Okay, yeah, you're right.
K-Cal.
KTLA Channel 5. That had Hercules. And I'm pretty sure this show was on there too. But anyways, got a lot of stuff going on in the world today, man. Joe Biden deepfake.
I looked it up.
that?
It did not look really that fake.
What happened?
There's
was-
a video
Of him
of Joe
falling on the
Biden.
plane, falling down the steps?
No,
that one was hilarious.
That was
We're going to talk about that next.
Oh, my bad.
that. I mean,
good.
fuck it. That video was funny, and that was 100% real for sure.
Wait, what did he
The
fake?
other
I haven't
one-
watched like any.
There's a video of him, and he walks like out of the White House or some shit, right? That's like in front of the
Yeah.
White House, and he walks up to. There's like these reporters, and like everyone's saying like it's a green screen because there's like a shot where his hand goes like in front of the mic, and it looks weird. Like that's the only thing I could see that looked weird in the video.
Why can't he leave? He's not allowed to leave the White House?
Well, they're saying that he's like really fucking like he's like deep into like dementia
yeah.
or like just being fucking old or whatever.
And they're really just
Senile
gonna try to
or-
like cover that up though. Like why? If he was really like that fucking mentally ill or what, or I don't know if mentally ill or physically ill. I'm not sure what. Probably a
I guess
combo.
mentally
of both.
yeah.
ill. He's sick.
Combina-
He's like sick in the head.
It's like a
He's
combination of both. But wouldn't they just be like, all right, you're mentally incompetent, like to fucking run?
But what's the big
country.
deal? Like, so he it was like the middle of the night or something? Like,
No, it was in the
Nah.
day, and he just walked up, and I think he just looked a little too peppy or something. I don't know.
No, it was.
looked weird.
There was
He
a
was-
part in the video because they're holding up like boom mics to him, and there's like this one.
He like walks up all chill.
There's like one boom mic that's like one of those like it's like gray and it's like the really like furry looking ones. You know what I'm talking about? And there's a scene where his hand goes. He's like moving his hands as he's talking because they're asking him questions, and his hand goes over the mic, and it looks like it glitches out.
and it was shot
like-
outside of the White House? That's what the
But it looks like his
conspiracy is?
hand glitched out, kind of. But like if you look at it, I don't think it was a fake video. But I think it's a funny concept.
It is a funny ass concept. Like next time they're just gonna have him fucking like bodybuilding or some shit.
Now that would be a funny deep fake.
Or if he
him
like-
like running, like
Pop locking and shit. He like pop locks up to the question.
Yeah.
He fucking what's some other? He does a TikTok dance and shit.
see that
He
would
Like
does
making
Fortnite
him-
dances.
Yeah.
They deep fake him. They deep fake him doing
deepfake.
Fortnite dances. But like, you know,
Or they deep fake him in like a porn.
yeah, that would be wild, dude.
be some
Like when
cool
they did
shit.
that fucking the
piping
Obama
super
porn,
crazy.
the fake Obama porn where he was like boning Sarah Palin. You remember that shit?
No,
Man, that shit's old.
Wait, is it a deep fake or like a
Nah, it's like a
the
it's like a
parody?
parody.
Oh, I've
I've
seen
seen it.
them.
I
It's
saw-
Lisa Ann.
I saw Lisa Ann. She was starring in a
Sarah
porno.
Palin.
Yeah, but it was called Nailin' Palin.
Nailin'
Yeah,
Palin,
Nailin'
yeah.
Palin.
Sick.
Yeah, it was Lisa Ann.
Lisa Ann was hot.
Damn, that's fucking crazy.
Lisa Ann does actually kind of look like
What the
Sarah
fuck?
Palin as
What
well.
is going on?
Yeah, she does
I
actually.
wish people could see what we're watching. Those fools just like squirted like green random crap on those dudes, and they got
Random crap.
yeah, that was cool. Yeah, but we're not the only ones that have our suspicions about it being a deep fake. Putin challenged
Yeah, what's up with that?
Putin
too?
challenged Biden to a fist fight. Nah, he didn't. He challenged him to a debate, but it'd be cooler if it was a fist fight. Wouldn't it be
Right,
cool
like
if they just got down?
a
and shit?
Russian bare
I think-
knuckle boxing
Yeah,
match.
Russian
up.
bare knuckle
Wait,
boxing
Russian
match.
rules.
Yeah.
Whatever those are.
He challenges him to being shirtless on a horse.
I feel
You
like
see those pictures of Putin being shirtless?
Yeah,
on a horse?
Putin's like hella fucking.
I feel like he would.
Isn't he
fuck him
swole?
up, dude. Yeah.
Nah, he's got like dad bod, I think.
But still,
He would fuck up Joe Biden
Yeah,
for
come
sure.
on.
Joe Biden's like 100 years old, though. Putin's like fucking 60. Is he? He's like 50 some shit, right?
He's got to be older than that, dude.
I was gonna say that's pretty. I thought
He's
he was
not that
older.
old, man. But it's
But
funny.
I really don't know that. Like
There's
that.
all these random videos of like Putin doing like random shit, like playing hockey, or he's like competing in a
Like,
judo
not that
competition.
long ago and shit.
Yeah, it's funny. They do it so it makes him look like he's badass. Like it'll be like, oh, Putin scored like 10 goals in hockey.
One
Shit,
game.
That's like
one-
propaganda.
yeah. And then they'll be like, they show him doing like judo. Because I guess he's like a black belt in judo, or he's like pretty high, and it's just him like flipping guys with ease and
Putin's
shit.
68.
Yeah.
Which makes sense because I think they talked about it in that documentary or maybe another one, but how he was put into power by like the Russian oligarchs. And
Yeah.
then didn't he just like basically like finesse them out of power?
Yeah, he did. 'cause-
And then he basically got put into power by the Russian oligarchs who are just like the elite rich people of Russia, and they took over power, but they like installed him as like the head of it, and then like the like Russian people were like, yo, you guys fucked us over, basically, and then Putin was like, don't blame me, like blame these dudes,
Really?
the guys that put him into power.
Yeah.
the
And
oligarchs.
then
And he
then
just kept doing that. Apparently, he kept just being like,
he just
"It's not me." And then he'd like be like, "It's the Americans that are fucking doing this."
He
shit."
basically
You know?
just like assumed power, and then but he's just been passing the
fucking
blame.
sick.
Yeah.
Dude.
He's passing the blame off like over time, which
He just
is
fucking walks around shirtless in the presidential palace.
Did you see? This is like
Fucking-
completely other topic, but it just made me think of Trump. And like I saw like almost like a flyer today, like it was like Donald Trump returns to social media in 3 months.
what.
I was just like, dude, this is sick. I was like, he announced his comeback.
Dude, I'm fucking counting down.
Oh, I'm counting down the days, baby. I can't wait for all this ridiculous shit.
You think
That's
he's
like some like wrestling shit.
is he gonna actually be able to return?
No, he's gonna make his own social media. Apparently, he's gonna make his own Trump.
That's what
social
like the
media.
meme was. Like it was like this fool's gonna make his own internet or like some shit.
Wow.
But like I'm sure it's gonna be some weird shit involved. Like yeah, maybe he'll
Did you say shit in my bob?
no shit involved. Shit involved.
Shit in my bob.
Shit in my bob.
There's some weird shit involved.
Shit involved. All right,
But how
cool.
can you make your what? I mean, he made his own social media. People.
I mean, I
people
think
would sign
people
up
would
for
go.
it. Yeah.
I think you could just couldn't you like essentially like how they that new MySpace thing where they just made like a mirror of like
yeah,
the
it
old
was like
MySpace.
cat space or something.
Couldn't he just do that with like Twitter or something and just make like a mirror? Not a mirror, but I don't know if that's the right.
I know what you mean though. It's but the way they got away with it is
Like
like
just take the code and just slightly alter it, and then
it'll probably be some whack shit like where you like the only thing going on there is just like fools that like Trump.
is his family still alive? Like his Don Jr.
Yeah,
still on
yeah,
there
they're
and
all
shit.
Twitters and
shit.
Okay.
But I mean, it's like, dude, I feel like Donald Trump's like power has diminished ever since the Capitol riots because he like just pussied out.
yeah.
It like he could tell it wasn't going down, and he was just like, everybody stop. Like, and then they didn't bail anybody out. They didn't help anyone. They didn't pardon any of the rioters and none of the shit. They just dipped. And like, so I feel like a lot of fools are like, fuck Trump. Like a lot of fools don't fuck
People
Trump
that were, like,
anymore, right?
riding,
But
yeah.
there's only like the most sick, like fucking super down for Trump cultists left. I feel like, and it's mostly just old people who believe QAnon shit.
Yeah,
they believe like fucking I don't know, Ben Affleck is like shoving kids up his ass or some shit, right? Whatever QAnon's about, you know what I'm saying? Like it's some shit going on with fucking Hollywood. Those people are the only ones that can be on. It's gonna be so deranged.
It's
like
so
I don't want to sign up.
It's so funny to think that like QAnon thinks like the Clintons are like sacrificing blood, sacrificing children.
Are they not?
And but okay, regardless. But they think Donald Trump was chosen
by
to
God.
save the children from these people that he was friends with a couple years ago and would chill with all the time.
Dude.
Didn't he used to kick it with the Clintons all the time?
Like, definitely.
He was a big homie of
Black
the Clintons.
Scorpion.
So like that just until like he ran against Hillary basically he just like turned on them, but they were like all boys like a few years ago. So I find it ironic that he would be crusading against
I watched Zoolander. I think we watched Zoolander at the old crib.
Was Trump
and
in it?
Trump's in the first like 10 minutes of it. They do like a weird.
So sick.
I guess Zoolander like crashes like an award ceremony, and Trump's like in the movie for a second. And I was like, this fool really became president.
It's so tight. Honestly, man. Well, we're going to look back and think of those as the good days.
Dude, you know what I miss? Like when he would just say random shit. Like there was one tweet he put up, almost like his tweets were like better before he became president. He used to say the wildest shit. He had one where he was like, ask the coach up at my college. He's like, best basketball player he's ever seen. He's just like straight up saying he was the best basketball player of all time. Like just making
was?
And then he said, go ask my coach.
Like, there's
best basketball player.
There's no way his coach is alive.
There's
what was this in his high school?
College. He was like the best. He was the best.
He in college in like the 70s or something?
there was one that was going viral like when he was saying a bunch of, like before when he was getting banned, and it was just like, why did they call it diet soda? I never saw a skinny person drinking that before with like 30 exclamation points. No. And I was like,
he's not lying. It's only ever fat people drinking diet soda.
It's just mad funny though.
Fuck, dude.
That is funny as fuck.
It was like 2010 tweet or something.
Yo, that shit's crazy.
Like, were you chizzed out of your mind?
Diet soda. That's definitely a fucking bagged out tweet. He was out his mind.
Yeah, it's like the time.
He was like mad about it.
The timestamp is like 4
in the morning.
4 a.m.
Oh man, those deep bag hours.
Didn't he? Now I'm just thinking about like funny ass shit. Didn't he get a bunch of like cheeseburgers one time for like?
That was the best part of that.
So funny, bro.
So it was like, who was it? It was
the
like,
highlights of like the funny shit he did.
It was like a college football team that won like a bowl or something, and then instead of getting like real food, that fool was just like, go get a bunch of fucking McDonald's. And there was just like trays and
like
trays, and he was hyped on it. He was like, yeah.
I just like remember the pictures that came out of it. I was dying. I was like,
imagine you went to the White House
hundreds
just to
of
eat
cheese.
McDonald's.
Yeah, bro.
Dude, yeah, and there's
What would you pick? Because
like
he had everything there.
on like
Right?
silver platters and shit.
It's like a classic double.
You getting a double
cheese,
bro? A muck double or the double cheese? Because there's two.
A muck double.
The muck double.
Wait, what is the muck double?
Like McDonald's muck double.
Like a
Mick
muck
double.
Like a mukbang.
I don't know. This is how I talk, bro. Come on. It's a muck. It's not Mick.
It's not
Mick
McDonald's.
is racist
Muck.
to Irish people. McDonald, right? Or is it Mick? Is it really McDonald?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you're Irish, right?
Yeah.
Damn, I've been saying McDonald's my whole life because I'm
But like
fucking
No, you
somebody's
haven't.
last
idiot.
name
I have.
is like MC whatever. Like
Yeah, MC Donald.
Yeah, it's like a
MC Donald. It's like MC whatever.
McDonald's. There's no way you call him McDonald's.
MC Donald.
You know, but yeah, there's the double.
And the McDouble.
Yeah.
What is the difference?
One has just 2 meats and 1 cheese, and one has 2 cheeses. Which I think the double cheeseburger has 2
You
cheeses.
gotta get the one with
then.
2 cheese.
Yeah.
Yeah, the double is fire. I would
What
always
about-
get the double meal when I was.
Yeah, me too. The 2 of them, you get like 2 of them and fries. What about fucking fish fillets? You fuck with those? Those are good.
No, but I've been watching the. Remember the commercial, the fish fillet commercial?
Yeah.
It was like, "Give me the fillet fish." Remember that?
Yeah.
It was like the bass on the. You don't remember that?
Yeah.
It was like the bass on the wall. They made like a jingle for it. It was fire. It
like
always
what?
gets stuck. in
What's
my
that
head.
shit called? The talking bass thing.
Yeah.
Oh,
another-
It was the talking bass
talking
guy.
There's
bass.
a name for it that I can't think
forget.
of what it is.
The singing fish.
Some shit like that.
No, it did have a name.
Dude, those were so popular back in the 90s. That shit was sick.
I remember they had like commercials for them. Like you could like buy it off like an infomercial for some
could.
weird
Definitely.
reason.
We
For
should get one. We
and
should
you
get one
would
for
just
right
have
there.
It would just sing Jingle Bell Rocks or some shit like that.
It's called Big Mouth Billy.
Yeah.
Big Mouth.
it makes-
Big Mouth Billy Bass.
Do you know the fucking Carl's Jr.'s in downtown serve beer? Oh, that's like the
yeah.
secret.
Really?
Yeah, they got
Why
rid
is-
of them though.
Oh,
There's
yeah,
only
I've
like
never
one
been to a
left,
fast food place that sold any alcohol.
and it's only in downtown LA.
That's
Three
what
of
we
them.
should do as a bonus episode about fast food.
We should.
I got vaccinated the other day, and I got
Oh shit! you got
rallies right after as a treat.
Rallies.
Yeah,
Hell yeah,
well, I
it's
know it as checkers.
checkers.
East Coast, we
Yeah,
would call
out
it.
here it's
really?
rallies. Yeah,
But
didn't know they
I
were-
went to. We were in Inglewood, and it was like right next to the place.
You guys are like, fuck it, we're gonna.
Dude,
Is
they
Rallies
had-
the one with
it's
the?
good. You got a
Or
Buford?
no, I'm
I just
thinking
got
of
the fries.
Sonic.
Oh, you didn't
but-
get a Buford? Are you vegan?
I've been vegan lately, but
No point to go to rallies and if you're vegan.
I know. But the fries are so good. It's the best
They
fries
are,
I've ever
they're fire.
had.
They are really
Checkers
good.
fries are my favorite fries ever.
So you got vaccinated and then your nuts got mad big, right?
Yeah, they grew.
They
a
got
lot.
fucking
became
really
autistic.
huge, and he became autistic.
Yeah, well, I have big balls now, so it was worth
Ball, it was a good trade off,
Yeah.
dude.
it. Was.
Great fucking
A
trade
little,
off.
little autism.
I can't wait to get vaccinated and just fucking my nuts get like way too big.
Is that a thing?
Elephantitis.
No, I'm making that up right now.
Oh, it's like elephant.
What's some other cool shit that could happen to you? You get a vaccine.
Grow tits.
You grow tits. Yeah.
That'd be fun.
Or if you're a girl, you lose your tits.
Oh
you
shit.
just fall off.
Yeah.
You might become like a radioactive superhero. All the
Nah.
Spider-Man.
You become. You
What
get.
are,
You
what
get
are
Asperger's.
actual? What are actual like conspiracies that can happen?
Oh,
The microchip.
Yeah.
Autism and microchip.
All right, so autism is a real.
Yeah, they're
I
like,
think
you become
autism
autistic.
is. I don't think it's that you become autistic. It's like when you have children, they'll come out.
autistic. Yeah,
Right.
or if they're kids, they could become.
Someone
autistic.
legit told me that the other day,
Yeah.
and I was like, I don't know.
I
dude.
need like a history of whoever's like concerned about that. Like, what drugs have you done? What have you put in your body?
What else have
Like,
you done?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like come on, like you know how much shit you've done that probably that.
I mean, from processed food is probably
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
a good thing to put in your
so much
body.
shit.
The funniest one is the microchip one because it's like fools that are on like Facebook and have cell phones.
Yeah,
It's like
you're already fucked.
You're already
It's like
fucked,
that.
bro. And anyways,
What
no
are they
one
gonna
really
do
wants
with
your data.
What are they gonna do with the tiny microchip inside of you?
They're gonna
though?
control you somehow. They're gonna know all your movements. That's what they think, or they're gonna like fucking brainwash you and tell you to do random shit like be on I said MySpace, be on Facebook 8 hours a day and shop at Walmart.
You remember?
It's always fools like that that think shit like that.
You remember Pokemon Go? You remember Pokemon?
Oh
Go?
yeah.
Yeah.
Like where you would have to like walk around.
Oh, that
To
was
catch
real.
Pokemon.
I thought it was sick, but Declan, Lucy man,
Yeah.
we all like would just like get drunk and like walk around to like go to certain places you can only catch certain
Yeah,
Pokemon. And he
I
was
remember
like,
that.
He would just be like, I'm not downloading that shit. Like, that's a fucking like some government control shit right there. Like, I can never tell if he's like serious or not.
I
Well,
think he's
kinda.
dead. I think he's
But
dead ass, but
I get what he's saying. Like, it is kind of
It is like a
interesting to
weird
think about,
thing.
and it is a weird ass thing. Like
Yeah.
everyone's just like on their phone, like going the same like way, and like we would literally pass people being like,
They're
"Hey,
also
Pokemon
doing-
Go is
yeah.
good."
It's a lot of weird
the
shit.
Pokemon
man.
Go.
But I mean, it's like
Experience.
the government.
gas,
the government
dude.
can easily
never
just
played it.
access your
It
location
wasn't that gas,
via
but-
cell phones.
Yeah,
and
I was gonna say it doesn't matter that you're on
pings.
Pokemon Go.
I know. It's
unless
already,
like
you already
they're-
have an iPhone, like and fucking Instagram.
in
and-
terms of tracking, I guess, but like I don't know if he's trying to say like that it's maybe some kind of I don't know what the getting you to go to a certain location. I'm not sure what
yeah, I
is
don't
being
know. He
accomplished
just likes
by that.
he just likes debating and shit like that.
I hate
understand.
People who love to debate.
I like it.
You like debating? I hate.
I think
debating.
it can be fun, but it could
You're
be,
one of those. I could just imagine you with like a fucking a fedora and like a twirly mustache, just debating people.
okay. All right. Well, I imagine you as
That's what I think when you debate. That's what I think of people that debate. They're
I'm
just like
imagine you as a magician doing card tricks.
doing card tricks in Las Vegas.
Trying to guess like what ball or what cup the ball is under or something in downtown.
Is he wearing a top hat or what kind of like
You'd be wearing like a top hat,
casual magician, a fancy magician,
a top hat with like a vest with like
bow tie?
some kind of like
Botox as well.
Botox.
Oh, Botox too, yeah. On my nuts.
Real
Getting Botox.
lip injections.
Is there something going on with your
Lip
nuts? So you want
injections,
to talk? You're all about enhancing the balls today.
I feel like it's a good sign of like masculinity to have large nuts.
Tiny dick and large nuts.
There you go. There you go.
to assert your dominance.
Yeah.
You can put the ball in the hole.
Put the ball in the hole. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
What's going on?
Just one of them.
As the podcast juice kicks in, I feel like I start thinking. It gets me tinkering in the brain area, you know?
Yeah, me
The brain
too.
region, and I just think about these masculine ideals that we need to expand, like you know, having big nuts, challenging people to push-up contests. You feel me? I was gonna come in here and do that actually to assert my dominance. Yeah, like
Just
going
set the tone.
yeah,
how the
everyone,
vibe-
like, if it's a room full of dudes, you just got to be the one to fucking do the most push-ups. And that's the guy that fucking tells people what to do.
Yeah, I like that.
You know what I'm saying? That's the alpha.
So what is the omega? What is that?
Who's the
Alpha,
That's
omega?
Jesus Christ.
Oh.
Jesus Christ is the alpha and omega. Oh, shit, I didn't use a coaster.
So what is it, like,
That's crazy.
Alpha?
That's great.
Does it go? Is this the ranking? Alpha, beta, cuckold. Does it go right to cuckold after that?
No, Sigma. Isn't Sigma in there?
Sigma,
I
yeah.
thought it was ABC.
We discussed this on a past
previous
episode.
yeah.
That's Sigma male.
But cucks, do you think cucks are real? I feel like that's some shit that just got made up.
By in the porn industry
Yeah.
porn industry, like it's like a.
to demasculinize you specifically.
Me specifically. Yeah. Me specifically.
I don't know.
Me and my wife's
I have no
boyfriend.
idea. I'm sure. I'm sure.
Me and my
I'm
wife's
sure it's a
boyfriend.
thing. It has to be.
Yeah.
That should be a reality show.
There's a thing for everybody, man, if you really think about it. Good.
You think the pineapple White Claw makes your jizz taste any better?
Probably.
You-
Just drink a shit. Just drink a shit ton of pineapple claws.
Brother, I don't even think I don't think drinking White Claws at all probably helps your jizz. Probably makes your jizz taste like straight up just like static shock.
Yeah, probably.
Battery acid.
Battery acid.
Yeah. That sucks.
Sorry. Distracted by the show.
This show's funny, man. This is like a bootleg ass show. What's going on? So
That mask looks like jizz.
it does.
It does.
What the fuck? I wish we could show people what we're watching, but basically her mask straight up looks like purple jizz. I don't know what's going on. She can control the
The weather.
weather. This is a great show. What is it called again?
Black Scorpion.
Black Scorpion. I highly recommend everyone to go and fuck yourself.
There's the weather, man.
Everyone thought I was going to recommend the show, but
I highly recommend you all go fuck
go
yourself.
fuck yourselves.
The fuck?
City of Angels. I love when people say that shit.
It's a kind of a cool name.
Yeah. It's so corny, but cool at the same time.
What does Los Angeles just means? The Angels?
The Angels, yeah.
That's so
But
weird.
it's that's not even the whole name. It's like Los Angeles, de blah 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 blah, a bunch of bullshit.
Oh,
And
yeah?
then- yeah. It's like basically the Angels of like Holy Mary,
Really?
but it's a really long ass fucking name.
So
it's
they
long
just
as
cut-
fuck.
just down
Yeah.
to Los Angeles.
So they cut it down to Los Angeles.
That's fire.
Yeah.
I never knew that.
Like Spanish Catholic shit.
What
the
does
name
Las
is long as
Vegas
hell.
mean? The Magician?
The Magician. Yeah.
Wait,
it's-
really?
No, it doesn't. But,
I was gonna say, Vegas
for
means
the purposes of this podcast, let's say that it does.
What does Vegas mean?
Las Vegas means the hookup artists.
The pickup artist.
Oh, is that what it is? The pickup
The
artist.
illusionist.
The illusionist. Yeah.
No, I think Vegas is probably like some kind of fucking like geographical thing.
Yeah, yeah.
Like
for
a
sure.
valley or like something like something like that.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Some shit.
LA's an interesting place, man. I was driving over here and I was like in downtown by Little Tokyo and there was just some guy on a bike and I've seen him before. He's just riding
With
around,
the Viking horns.
flipping people off.
Yeah. And with the Viking horns.
Yeah, and then he would do this shit. Like he would like lift his arm and then he would like slam, like fake slam something, and then he would like bring the middle finger out like he was telling you to fuck off even harder. He would be like, and he would like pull up his cars and he would just be like that. It was sick, man.
It's funny watching people
Yeah.
just pretend it's not.
Yeah,
happening.
dude. It's really cool. LA has like so many interesting random characters. When I lived in Highland Park, there was like this cholo that would just shadow box by the freeway. And he would wear like a blue bandana, but like tie it like on some like Rambo shit. And he would just be like in an alley, just like shadow boxing and shit.
That's fucking tight.
What was it? Shadow boxing.
I need to come up with something like that I can do.
Yeah, you need a thing. If you're like, oh, that's
if you're
that
ever
guy.
If you're ever gonna make it in this town, you need a thing that you
What would
do.
it be?
That's the guy that's constantly drunk on White Claw.
You should wear like an umbrella hat all the time or something.
That's the guy that has White Claws in his mister, and he just missed you with White Claws.
That's the guy that wears like the fucking spinny hat with the giant lollipop.
That's good. Not, like, instead of being like an adult baby, you can be like an adult toddler.
Yeah. But I don't. But a very specific type of toddler. I don't know what.
Like a.
What is that from? That image.
Toddler.
I don't really know. Just like
the propeller hat with the giant lollipop and like yellow overalls.
Yeah.
Some 1950s shit.
And you're just like a brat. Like sticking your tongue out at people.
Dude. Have you seen those like girls on fucking TikTok that fucking dress up like kids or some shit? It's so fucking weird.
No.
Speaking of kids, I was just looking on Twitter and then like somebody posted a thread and they're like, people on TikTok need to stop sexualizing childhood, but they like talk like in a baby talk and shit.
Oh yeah,
really?
It's fucking weird, man. What possesses people to do that? Kind of shit?
There's also like the whole dog
that
girl
shit is
thing.
just funny.
What is that?
They're like, I don't know, they like eat dog food and like, I don't know really necessarily that it's like a sexual thing, but
hers is.
I'm sure like somewhat is. But they like eat dog food and they like to be like walked around on leashes and they wear like those weird like leather dog masks. I mean, not shaming. You do what you want to do.
Bro.
Yeah, no.
I was driving.
It's strange concept to me, and that's why I call it weird. But
speaking of leash,
that's what you enjoy.
I was driving down Temple, like in downtown. Here's another thing in downtown, by the courthouses this time, and it was like a dude walking a girl in a full-on gimp suit on a leash, but she was like standing up. You know what I'm saying? See,
I feel like I've seen
that shit
like
was
that.
wild as
but
fuck.
At like parties, maybe.
No, but this was like broad daylight. It was like
there
2
the chick
p.m.
that walked the guy in
Erewhon?
Erewhon?
Yeah. It's like
funny.
went viral, of course.
What about the dudes that are like in the comments of that and are like... I'm just thinking like dudes, like horny comments on like IG models pages, like the guys that are just in there like... just like down bad, horny comments. Like, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Or it's like some guy from India and he's just like, very nice boobs. Like, you know, like shit like that. And it's just like, and then there's always like some dude.
The old white dudes from like.
Or that kind of thing. Like the old white man.
They're just like and they'll just be like, wow. Or shit like that.
Yeah.
They'll be like, you're an angel, my precious.
I love the ones that are like that. And then there's like always going to be like someone commenting back and like tagging like the horny police or like
That's fine. That whoever that person is, bro.
You're like tagging the horny
just
police.
like looking for the horny comments, like loser.
Yeah, or they're just like, bro, you're down bad right now, dude.
I love that we just kind of like fell back into like this Puritan like culture of America, and just like whenever someone's horny, we're just disgusted by it. Like especially on social media, and you know people send them that meme where it's like you're horny, and they're like getting hit with a hammer.
Yeah.
Bonk. Stop it. Stop being horny. Any of you guys out there right now?
The horny be gone pills.
Have
you seen that one?
That one's good. They're all good.
I love the horny. Like someone was doing this shit, and then I started doing it. Whenever someone posts some horny shit, I would just post that like video of Stone Cold Steve Austin being like taken away in handcuffs and shit.
Yeah.
That shit is cool. People should get arrested for being horny. I'm sick of this shit.
It happens to me all the time.
Shit.
You get arrested for being horny? Or?
You get arrested for being horny all the time?
I'd be getting horny comments on my stuff.
Oh, yeah?
And I'm
I was
like,
sick of it.
I'll just tag the horny police, and I'm just like...
Let them do their job, bro. Take them away.
They should start a new, like, branch.
Take them away, toys.
A new branch of, like, the FBI that's, like, the horny...
The horny FBI.
I guess that's, like, what Law and Order SVU is.
Yeah. Fornication
all
Bureau.
horny?
But they
it's all
should...
horny-related shit on the SVU?
Yeah, but it's like bad.
Dark horny
it's like
shit.
really, it's
so not
dark.
like funny horny shit.
No. It's dark horny shit. But they should expand their process to
to
include
smaller, less serious.
horny offenses.
Yeah.
They should definitely expand the legislation. Dude.
I concur. We need the horny Gestapo. Just round all the hornies up, take them to the camps, and send them to God, bro.
Leave it up to God, man.
Leave it up to God.
Have you seen what's the gun chick's name?
Caitlyn Bennett. Kenneth Bennett.
I think
I
it's
just made that up.
Caitlyn Bennett. I think it's Caitlyn Bennett.
Caitlyn
You know
Bennett.
who I'm talking about?
No.
She's like the gun girl that was like, she was just like open carrying around places and shit.
Yeah.
She's just like a big Second Amendment advocate, like
Okay.
Republican chick.
Yeah.
But I was like watching some video that she did on YouTube, and it's like supposedly like her owning liberals. And like the title of the video is like, "We are doomed." And she's just like on the beach asking people like, "Do you think like felons should be allowed to vote?" And like everyone is pretty much like, yeah. And then she's like, "Oh, so you think a mass murderer should decide what my rights are so I can have guns and protect myself?" And like she's acting like she's owning them, but it's like, you think a mass murderer is gonna like be against guns?
Yeah.
It's
Dog.
like
It's
you
also
know,
such a specific.
Yeah.
or like she's like, you think like
It's like grifter shit.
it was and then she was like, do you think like someone who doesn't have a job and doesn't pay taxes should be allowed to vote? And they're like, yeah. And then she was like, what? I don't think they should be allowed to. And it's like, okay, but what
Owned.
Yeah, but
Like your own.
What does this have
but
to
it would
do
be
with
like,
anything?
what would your job be if you didn't have this fucking YouTube channel where you're
just getting outraged.
clickbaiting and
clickbaiting
like
fools.
acting like you're owning people? But she's like, didn't own a single person in the
you're
video.
just-
It's like,
Yeah, it's so funny.
Is it
it's
just
infuriating.
It's like that
dude.
Steven Crowder video where he fucking
It's like
walked up.
she's getting owned left and right.
Yeah.
But wait, what's that?
Oh yeah, Steven Crowder during the fucking protests and like the riots, he walked up to some fool that was like tagging on like some building.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure he had got like fucking. It was like anyone could tag on it, you know what I mean? And then he
Right.
was just like trying to engage the guy in like some type of debate, and he got owned by the guy, and then immediately was like, "Can we get the police over here? Because I don't know if this guy's like." You know, like he immediately went and tried to get the police because the guy was like this black fool that was like tagging on the shit and was like, "Oh, I just want to know if he has permission and shit." And I was like, "Dog, who fucking cares?
Yeah.
Like, what the
Yeah.
fuck is your problem?"
There was like another part where she got owned by someone. I forgot exactly what they said, but they like basically owned her, and she just got like outraged and was like, took the mic away from them and was like, okay, like follow my channel, like this is exactly what I mean, like getting all mad. And it's just like, dude, they literally owned you, and like and I don't know, she was just saying weird, wild shit.
I need
Like
to watch it.
she was like,
It's all on YouTube. Like
yeah, it's called We're All Doomed is the
pretty
title
sick.
of
That's so
it.
fantastic.
It's like, but all the people, it's like insinuating that we're doomed because these people had bad opinions, but they all had like complete, like for the most part, like completely valid, like
not that
sensible
crazy.
opinions.
Yeah, not that
like, you know,
outlandish.
and like the one guy was just like, yeah, you know, like, yeah, sure, people make mistakes, like, but like people can change. Like, it's like they don't deserve to like not be able to vote ever in their life because they made a mistake. Like, everyone's made mistakes, like whether some of them bigger than others, but like everyone's made a mistake. And if you were just gonna fucking say that you can't vote because you made some sort of mistake in your past, like that's so absurd. And she's just like, oh, we're doomed. Like, how are you gonna let a fucking mass murderer decide my rights so I can have guns to defend myself?
Every fucking
The mass murderer
president
is
has
gonna
been
be-
a
I
mass
was
murderer.
gonna say, like, also has had so many allegations of like crazy shit. It's like you can't.
Dog, we've been at war for like fucking 15, almost 20, no, like 20 years now. I could give it to two shits
I think
about
longer
anything,
than
dog.
that, because
Yeah.
didn't we just jump essentially from Vietnam to what, the Cold War?
Well, the Cold War was
to-
going on during Vietnam.
So we went from the Cold War, then an actual war, and then the Cold War continued.
Well,
and
check it
then-
out. Actually, yeah, we've always
And
been
it
at
never,
war.
yeah, it never ended.
Even in the 90s, when you would think there was a lull after 17 years after the Vietnam War, we went like, all right, in the 80s, we're in Nicaragua, and then we were somewhat in Afghanistan helping the fucking Taliban fight the Russians. Then like 91, we're Desert Storm, and then I'm pretty sure we were in the Balkans. Like we bombed fucking like when they were trying to do the genocide against all the Albanians up there, and like was that like Bosnia or some shit like that. So that happened in the 90s. Then immediately went into like Afghanistan again.
Well, I'm pretty sure they realized that like the way to make all this money is to stay in a war. So they made a perpetual war that will always be in, that will always be fighting.
I could care less if some fucking guy who fucking like stole some Xanax from CVS can vote. Really, I don't care. I don't get.
They should be able to vote. I don't know.
Who fucking cares, man? That's what I don't get about conservative motherfuckers. They care too much, dog. You know, like I got shit to do. I got money.
Well, they care about like something like that is so inconsequential. Like one, you're worried that one murderer is their vote is it's like
taking away your gun, right?
And it's totally like it defeats the fact that like there's actually people that have to put legislation into writing for it to even be like proposed.
Right.
So it's not like that like any law can just be put into like the process to be voted for. Like that's fucking insane. Like like a mass murder is just gonna put legislation up to be voted on. They're not deciding what we're voting on.
Yeah, exactly.
It's dumb. This country's fucking dumb. I feel like people care. It's easy to manipulate people who live in fear, and a lot of people in America live in fear, and then that leads to just caring about really dumb shit. That's just like when I realized some shit where they were talking about like Roe versus Wade, that like even though that shit will probably never get taken out of law, them constantly trying to be like, we're gonna change like the abortion laws and shit.
Yeah,
it's just some fucking way to like keep people fucking fighting,
right?
Versus some shit that like it is something that needs to be fought for. And don't get me wrong, everyone's gonna come over here and be like, this fool's against abortion. Nah, I'm for abortion.
Yeah, but I mean, the law, it should stay in.
It should stay in law, and it probably will stay in the federal sense. Will be law, but like. There's always someone that's going to come up. You know what I'm saying? There's always someone I'm going to challenge Roe versus
Well, that's why you constantly have to fight for it, which sucks, which is like you shouldn't have to, but like, I mean, fucking,
but it's one of those things.
That's just the way it works, though.
But you know what I'm saying? It's one of those things. It's the same thing like how then on the liberal side, they're always talking about gun control. You're not going to get rid of the Second Amendment. I'm sorry. It's impossible. So every time they come up, they're like, more gun control, more. It's like, they do what they can, but overall, those are just the laws of fucking America, dog. Like that's in Constitution. Roe versus Wade is some Supreme Court shit that is not gonna ever fucking change. You know what I'm saying? Also, but they keep us fighting over that shit. Who fucking
just as
if who cares?
Like if abortion was fucking illegal, though, like shit, it would still happen. You know what I mean? Just as if gun control is stricter, it's still gonna
happen in an unsafe way.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
it's better to have fucking abortion. Yeah. It's better to have a way to legally get guns.
If they take away the Second Amendment, all these fucking Republican fools are gonna be getting illegal guns, and then we're not even gonna have any fucking idea like who has what and what is what.
Well, it's just funny.
Let them get them shits legally, so we can at least have some restrictions.
They always try
over who can get them or not.
Yeah,
you know.
I like guns. I'm pro guns, and I definitely believe that. For one, if you're a fucking violent like offender, you probably shouldn't have easy access to a gun. Like in most states, you could just go and get one. I mean, it depends on what the felony is. If it's a nonviolent drug crime, I think you should still be able to get a gun. If you fucking beat your wife, obviously you shouldn't be able to get a gun.
Yeah.
If you fucking have like a history of like violent assault, you shouldn't be able to get a gun. If you're fucking,
you had like a fucking
mentally
a bunch of weed on you, like you should
you should
still be able to get a gun. Like,
you
could defend that kush, man.
Defend the kush, baby.
But it's crazy that like there's no like
trying to come up.
I feel like there is not much of a, I don't know, like. Just like exactly what you're saying, like the different types of crime, depending. Like,
it's too draconian. Like the thing about America, the laws is like very draconian.
I think politics need to be more like nuanced. Honestly.
For sure,
that's like the issue is that people think like, oh, if you're liberal, these are the things you believe in. If you're conservative, these are the things you believe in. I think you should formulate your own opinion on each topic or each
whatever.
fucking issue,
Yeah.
you should come up with your own ideas in general.
Not in like the wing.
It doesn't
of,
have
like,
to fit in
label
a
or-
party,
yeah,
you know.
exactly.
Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I think people like automatically will jump down your throat because people will get angry with you because you might disagree on something, and I think that's fucked up because it's literally like very divisive, and we could discuss something, but we don't necessarily have to come to a full-on agreement.
Right.
But I could believe this thing, and you could believe that, and then we could walk away, and we can vote. At the end of the day. At least we don't live in a
Fools
fucking.
get so
At least we don't
pressed.
live in a country where we aren't able to vote.
Right.
Fools get so pressed. Like, it's like, well, shit, fool, if it's law and we voted for it, then like, why are you getting so upset? The shit that I get mad at is like when they just decide to spend money doing bullshit that I didn't vote for, like wars the wall, or like nothing that goes into communities. Like, what the fuck? Why are the roads so fucked up and all the bridges falling? You know what I mean? Like, why are all the dams breaking? Why did Texas go without power for like a fucking 14-day period? Because you know why? Because infrastructure's fucked and no one cares about fixing anything. They just want to make money. That's what I'm saying. End of the day, all these random left or right, like, it's irrelevant to the real issue, which is that McDonald's value menu is no longer $1, and we need to change the law to fix this problem.
You know what's crazy?
They still call it the dollar menu.
They still call it the dollar menu. Oh, it's value. It's the value
yeah,
menu.
you're still getting the bang for your buck, but it's not.
But yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's really like all this left or right paradigm is like irrelevant. It's irrelevant.
What if? Do you think this would ever be able to happen here in America? I forget how many years ago it was. Probably like not that many, like 6 or something like that.
Yeah.
In Ireland, they just straight up did a public vote. Everyone votes, and it was just, should gay marriage be a thing, like legal?
Yeah.
And it was just like
Unanimous.
Just one thing.
Just
like,
go vote for it, right? Like tomorrow, everyone go vote.
Okay, not like when the cycle of election.
Yeah. It was just like a thing that I don't know why.
You could.
I'm pretty.
I don't
dumb
see
to know
why.
shit
I don't
about
see why
anything.
not.
I see
But,
that
like,
it could.
It's kind of crazy that
There was
they just
also-
did it and then it got legalized.
It got
'cause
legalized.
it
There
got
was like
voted yes,
also
so-
an aspect of that video where Caitlyn Bennett was saying,
Is that the gun girl?
yeah, she was said, should there just be an election day, or should we have like more time? And everyone was kind of like
More time for
like an election week or something. Like you have an entire week to get to the polls.
Your
That's
mind's
actually
like
a good
pretty
idea.
much
And-
made up, like
and
no matter what.
But everyone was like, yeah, maybe like an election week. Like maybe if we had more time, like more people would show up to vote and shit. And she's like, see what I mean? Like
That's a good thing, though. I think even conservatives would agree with that shit. Like, not Republicans.
I don't know. I'm not sure what point.
Yeah.
She was making these very ridiculous points that like are attempting to.
She has baloney for
think
brains,
that, like,
bro.
Yeah, she
don't
has a
think-
smooth
She has a smooth
brain.
I don't think the night before election night anyone's like doing their research, being like, should I change my, if
Yeah,
the
but
night
giving
before,
people a week to fucking
of course,
make it out to the polls
that
and
would
shit,
be super beneficial. Yeah,
The
Gives
shit is-
people
I don't
more
see
time.
I don't see the issue
There's
with
no-
it.
that couldn't
if
do any
the
harm.
last
Yeah.
election took us fucking whatever, like a week or longer. I don't know
Yeah.
how long that took to fucking figure out, but it's like okay, and then maybe the votes will come in a little slower and you'll have
Yeah.
time to
Not a big
fucking
deal,
count
yeah.
them. There doesn't have to be this whole discourse over stop the count here, keep counting here, da da da.
raid
Oh my
the building.
God.
They're
Yeah,
counting
and all
in.
this shit. Like maybe slow the process down
No,
a little bit.
The
I don't
problem is that like Republicans want it to be just a day because it works in their favor, because they rely on voter suppression. Like honestly, the Republican Party only survives because they do a lot of like gerrymandering and like weird. Like there's some states that will never vote blue, but the majority of the states are like starting to turn blue, and most Democrats are like kind of like either center to left now. So it's like they got you covered. You know what I mean? All voting Republican now stands for is just like you're like signifying your tribe. You know what I'm saying? You're just saying like, well, I stand with these guys. The red. It's honestly like gangbanging now.
Yeah, that's
It's
why.
like I'm a
that's what
fucking
I'm
blood,
talking
and I will
about.
never fuck with any Crip shit. That's basically what it is.
That's why I'm talking about nuanced politics. But I think
Yeah.
that's. I mean, obviously, it sounds easy if you just say it like that. But
Yeah.
like at the end of the day, you're gonna have to know. Who's this guy? What does he stand for
Right.
on this issue, this issue, this issue, this issue? And then you might have to outweigh like some things, you know, to make your decision. You might have to say this is a more important value and issue to me than this, so I might have to vote this way because
Right, yeah.
I believe in this more than this.
Yeah,
which
exactly.
is it's not easy to be a nuanced person, I don't think. Which
It's much more difficult. It's much more difficult. Sorry,
Thinking back.
the podcast fucking juice got to me, baby. It got me relaxed.
Leaning back a little bit.
Yeah, leaning back a little, just
the
feeling
podcast
myself.
pills.
We
What?
need podcast pills, juice, and cigarettes.
Have some
Podcast
cigs.
cigarettes. No, I'm just kidding. I don't need cigarettes. But yeah. I mean, you know, maybe things will change in America pretty soon. I mean, I grew up when you could get 35 cents cheeseburgers at McDonald's, and
Could you?
They were that
yeah,
cheap?
remember that shit? It was like 48 cents double cheeseburgers and 35 cents cheeseburgers for like a short period of
I
time.
mean, it's still crazy that they're only like $1.
yeah, they were $1. That shit was crazy.
Like they still are, right?
yeah,
I don't think
now,
so,
Now
dude.
they're like $3 now.
Oh,
It's
McDonald's
like
is pretty
two some shit.
expensive now.
Yeah.
It's not
Same.
fast food isn't cheap anymore.
This is the.
It's really not much cheaper than going
this is
like
McDonald's.
Yeah, well,
episode.
the potatoes are back at Taco Bell, so
They are.
all that really matters.
They are. What was life like without the potatoes? It was pretty dim.
I
We're like,
Nah, you
no one
just sub
cared.
black beans.
yeah, but the potatoes are such a better sub.
Yeah, it really
I never
is.
did the potatoes.
You're
So
fucking missing
good,
out, bro.
dude.
Like the potato
pretty
tacos are so
yeah.
fucking fire.
Even when I was eating meat and shit,
You used
Yeah,
to get the little.
I would
eat
still
meat, man.
sub
Didn't
it.
you get that little bowl?
I would always get the cheesy fiesta potatoes. It's fucking
You know
number
what sucks
one.
that they got rid of is the pizza, Mexican pizza.
Yeah, why? That shit was fire too.
I like the crunch wrap.
That was a whole stunt. That was a publicity stunt. We got to get rid of the potatoes to get people talking about us again.
I wonder. Yeah, that makes sense actually.
And then they fucking brought them back. I mean, it took them forever though. I thought they would have done it sooner.
Was it that long? I thought
Yeah,
it was like.
months.
Okay, that's not that long though. I don't think because
guess
like
so.
I'm sure rolling out shit at like a fucking huge company like that probably takes a few months.
Yeah.
Like they probably were like, oh, we fucked up and started trying to roll it back like immediately. But they're
Yeah.
like, okay, we got to get the supplies back
It's
up.
a
and
random
shit.
ass thing to cut.
Yeah, the potatoes. I'm wondering like, yeah, it's kind of weird.
What's up with this shit? With like when you go on a 7-Eleven and they're like, no shoes, no shirt, no service. So if I want to be barefoot and like shirtless, I can't walk into 7-Eleven.
No,
What's the deal
I
with
don't
that?
know, but
Why does it exist?
I don't know. I guess.
I could
feel like-
see maybe no shoes.
Yeah, that's kind of nasty. But being shirtless is just like sometimes you're just with the bros.
yeah,
You're
what if
shirtless.
you're like a 7-Eleven right off near a beach, right
I'm
near the
fucking
beach, you know?
shirtless. Well, not even.
But what
that.
if you're a
I'm
girl?
just
What if you're a
shirtless?
girl and you're just trying to free the nipple?
What? Yeah. What if I'm in
That's
Aldi's
like a
and
little
I'm shirtless?
sexist.
It is.
What if I'm in Aldi's and I'm shirtless?
Aldi's?
Aldi's.
Aldi's nuts?
All these
Hell yeah.
sick, dude.
I don't know
Aldi
what
is
that-
sick, dude.
I don't know what that is.
You never been
You
to
never been
Aldi's?
to
A
Aldi?
shoe store?
No, it's like a.
No, that's
it's like
Aldo's.
It's like
Aldi's.
it's like a German or like a.
Yeah.
It's a some European.
So it's some type of European spot. It's
Yeah.
so sick.
It's the only place. It's the only like supermarket in America anyway where the cashiers have like chairs. They can sit down.
chairs.
Damn,
They're
that's
chilling.
fire.
Because in
They're
Europe
chilling.
you can,
Yeah,
do
yeah,
that.
yeah,
You can
yeah,
fucking
that's-
chill and bring people up, which you should be able to do.
Yeah, and then you could charge they charge you instead
It's
of
also
there being
really
cart
cheap.
guys. Instead of being cart guys, you pay like a quarter to use the cart, and then you have to return it to get your quarter back.
That's pretty sick.
Yeah, it's pretty sick. And then they have everything is their brand,
That's
or
fire.
like
Dude,
a
they
knockoff,
have-
so it's cheap as fuck.
There's one in Alhambra, so
Yeah.
I go to Brooklyn's a lot to record and shit.
Yeah.
And they have this fucking wine called Winking Owl. It's a pretty sick logo too. It's just an owl winking.
It's a butthole.
And it's $2 for a bottle of wine. And it's
Damn.
pretty
It's like $2 chuck.
Yo, bro, yeah.
pretty good.
Nah, Aldi has the most fire fucking snacks too.
I've never heard
They have
of
beef
this.
jerky.
I
fucking
can't imagine
chips.
there's many in LA. There's probably the one in
not that
Alhambra
many.
and one more maybe.
But yeah, but what if I was shirtless in the Aldi?
They probably let you because it's
Yeah,
like
'cause
more.
it's European.
Yeah, it's more,
More relaxed.
accepted to be shirtless in Europe. Maybe you could go in a Speedo.
Do they have
if you
nude
wanted
beaches
to,
here? Or is that
with
just
your
a
little
European
pubes
thing?
popping out the
Nah.
top.
No,
Nude beaches?
Yeah.
In Frisco.
They got them here?
Frisco's got all that weird shit.
They got
Like,
topless-
weird
topless
fucking
beaches?
progressive lifestyle shit. Being butt naked. Nah, they don't have butt naked beaches down here. I don't think so.
No, just in the States in general.
Oh, yeah, I
imagine-
know they got them here in
I
the
imagine
States.
they do.
But I know that in
Where?
San
Where do you think
Francisco they
got
got
them?
like nudie
Florida,
beaches.
probably.
Florida for sure. Florida is the center of all weird bullshit in America. It really is. It really is. I told some guy from Miami
You
one
mean
time.
it's the center of culture?
Yeah. I told some guy from Miami once, I was like, this like, Miami's like bizarro LA. It's like everything you think would be fucking cool about LA, but flipped upside down. Mm-hmm. But it has
I want to
palm
go to
trees.
Miami. I've never been to Miami.
It's cool. Honestly, it's just jarring. Like, it's crazy. Like, I went to Key Biscayne and there was just like a bunch of fucking like Orthodox Jewish fools with like dressed like, you know how they be dressing kind of like Amish people? Like with the
Yeah.
suspenders and the pants. Just like on the beach in the water with their pants rolled up. And I was like, what the fuck? I feel like I'm in like the 1800s. All these like bearded fools on the beach and shit.
That's
It'll be
fire.
shit like that. And then you'll go to like South Beach and it'll just be like buff ass gay fools like holding hands, walking down the street.
That's sick.
And then just like, you
Kind of sounds like everything I love.
yeah, yeah, for real. Huh? You drive like 20 minutes out of Miami, and then there's just like fucking straight up like swamps and like
Yeah, like
alligators.
big ass alligators.
Yeah,
I
big
heard
ass
there's some
alligators.
fire ass food though.
They do because they got Cuban food,
Yeah, I
they got
heard the Cuban
Haitian,
food there is really
Jamaican.
good. That's so sick.
They don't really got a lot of Asian
What the fuck
stuff,
happened to
but
this guy? Sorry.
the Caribbean, yeah, he's fucked. This guy's he's fucked.
It's fucked.
He just
dude.
hit the fucking bag critically.
Bro, yeah.
What's the difference between a blackberry and a black cherry?
Black Cherry is a rock band. It's a new metal band.
Black cherry is essentially just like
You're
a
thinking
darker,
of buck cherry, my guy.
yeah.
True.
Save tonight.
Yeah, that's
Is that
buck cherry?
That's not Black Cherry. That's Eagle Eye Cherry. We just went down the
What about she's my cherry pie? That's
like
not.
buck cherry.
But it's cherry.
That's like
It's
White
cherry
Snake or
related.
some shit.
Black.
It's
Warren, he knows, of course.
Well,
fucking hair metal
who is
asshole.
Buck Cherry?
Damn, look at Hollywood back in the
Buck
day.
cherry.
Who sings this song?
She's
Fuck.
my cherry
Something about
pie.
cigarettes and caffeine.
I
Oh,
smell
Macy's,
sex
Macy's
and
Playground.
Playground, yes.
candy.
Marcy's Playground.
Marcy's Playground, some New York
Yeah.
shit, right?
I don't know where the fuck they're
John
from,
told me it
bro.
was some New York shit.
Yeah, John.
Buck cherry's from Anaheim, bro.
Of course. There's a bunch of fucking hookup artists out there, too. Where they
Hookup-
pickup artists.
What's a Buck Cherry song?
I'm trying to find it.
Not say.
Buck Cherry sucks.
Who sang? Oh, Savage Garden. I was thinking about.
They
Savage
rock.
Garden. Yeah, they rock.
I wanna blah, blah, blah.
They had a good Christmas song too.
I wanna
They have a song
smoke
called Crazy
kush
Bitch.
till I'm high.
This one's for all the
Rock shit,
Buck Cherry
bitch.
fans.
Can't play too much of it though. We get copyrighted.
Dude, look at his fit. All right, he went from like losing it to being really sick.
Bro, he
He
looks
has like crystal meth on his phone.
Bro, he looks like
He's
Scante
older.
Man.
He's like Heisenberg's
Hey, man.
Scante Man.
Dante man.
That's the
dude.
Scante warrior, bro. He's got like the shards on his shoulders and shit and all over his body. His eyes are all yellow from critically smoking Scante rocks.
Dude, that's
His
Hei-
head's all fucking, the
Where is his head?
veins are bulging. His head's just domed out, just do, do, do.
I want to get
Netflix is
hired
like, What's
to
up, my
like,
boy?
play a role like that. That would be fire.
He's like, what's up, my boy? You got a lighter, my boy?
They're asking for like a specifically for a torch lighter
Or a torch?
for some
You
reason.
got a torch, my boy?
Someone literally
Hey, you got a cigarette, my boy?
asked me that. They had a fucking pookie in their hand and they were literally like, "You got a torch, man?"
I think I was
Hell
with you.
yeah.
I'm like,
outside
Oh,
of that liquor
that's
store.
fire.
Yeah, and they got like
fire.
annoyed. Like, dude,
Yeah, he was like,
like, bro.
like
And then
"Oh,
the-
sorry,
the
I left my
owner-
torch at home, dude."
One
Oh,
time.
and he was just smoking meth right in front of the
in
liquor
front of the
store.
liquor store. The owner was like,
And
"Yo,
the
like,
owner was
listen,
like, "Yo, you can't smoke here, dude."
just go over there." Like,
Dude, the best
I love
shit
that.
ever. We got invited. Some girl invited us to a party in Norwalk, and it was just a bunch of cholos. Like there was no girls. The girl wasn't even there, It was literally just a fucking
Her
gang.
girl invited you, but she wasn't.
She
there.
wasn't there, and she left, and she was like, we walked in.
She's like, that shit
and it
was-
was just fucking sick, banged out ass fools. And then some fool walked up to the homie, and he was like, "Hey, what's up, my boy? You got a cigarette, my boy?" And my homie was all like pressed, so he was like, "Oh, yeah, just take the whole pack." And he was like, "Oh, for real, my boy?"
Why'd he give him? He
shit.
folded
The
so
fool was like,
tough.
Yeah, he folded like this, fool, and then that fool was just like not even like pressing him, but just was, speaking as a cholo. I feel like kind of made him nervous. So that fool fucking gave him the cigarette pack, and then he was so happy. I could see in his eyes no one had ever done anything kind of
Yeah.
And he was like, "Damn, thank you, man."
Damn, that's right.
So nothing
He was so
good
stoked.
has ever happened to him. And
Yeah,
like,
but then I was like,
damn,
"Dude,
that
let's
sucks.
go." It's like nothing but fucking cholos here, and like there's no girls, and we don't know anybody. At some point, it's just gonna go bad. But yeah, dude, getting asked for, it's another classic. Did you ever used to go to like Union Station, and then as soon as you get out, there's just some fools like, "What up, man? I'm straight out of county. Can I borrow a quarter?"
Oh, of course.
The fools always
remember,
straight out of county.
Remember when we were taking the train and we went through Union and we went to Wetzel's Pretzels?
Oh yeah.
Tell
We
it.
were-
Tell it.
We were like in line. We were like waiting for like the red line or some shit, and then
We were
we're like,
at
"Oh, let's
Wetzel's
just grab
Pretzels.
a pretzel from
Yeah.
Wetzel's."
Wetzel's Pretzels.
Yeah. And then
we said,
like
"Why
this
the fuck
fool just
not?"
comes up and is screaming at us,
No way.
and like I didn't know like what the fuck was going on, blah blah blah, and then.
He said,
He said, "Do you know Etzel?"
yeah.
I don't really remember. He just kept like asking if we know Etzel.
Etzel, yeah. We
Because
were
it was
like-
Etzel's pretzels, I guess.
Oh,
It was mad weird, bro. He was like trying to
did
fight.
you-
I don't know if he read the sign and was like, maybe just like, I don't know. I'm assuming the W is like a pretzel.
He was
or
blacked
something.
out.
So maybe he thought
He
it
was
wasn't
he
part
was
of
fucked
it.
up.
He was off
But he
that
just kept
fucking shebang.
screaming
But
at
he,
us about.
he accused us of making fun of Etzel.
He was off that shiggy, bro. He was smoked out, huh?
That was
It was
weird.
pretty cool.
But remember the cop? The cop came up to me after, and he was like, "What did that guy say to you?" And I was just like, oh, "I don't know."
The cop didn't even care. He was just like, "What the fuck was he saying?"
He just like watched.
Yeah, he just watched
Like,
it
bro,
happen.
leave us alone.
And
That's
he
what
came
cops
up
be
after,
doing.
and he's like, "What'd that guy say to you?" And I was just like, "I don't know, dude." And then we just went on
Oh,
the
I got a
train.
doozy of a
The
story.
dude was
man.
screaming though. He's like, "Where's Etzel?
I got a good
If
story.
you guys know you know Etzel." Like, bro, shut the fuck up.
you know Etzel.
But then,
Come on.
and then he's like, didn't he say we were talking shit on him?
Yeah, he said we were like making fun of Etzel or
Hell
something.
yeah! Stop talking shit about Etzel, guys.
I mean, I feel him. His pretzels are good. Why? Who would
Yeah.
talk shit on him?
Dude, one time I was on the Gold Line heading to like fucking 1720. Like I was gonna
Is
take
Gold
the
Line the one from like near Boyle
where,
Heights?
yeah, like where I live and shit. And then like
Well, that's it goes out at the Azusa, right?
yeah, and I was gonna take the Uber after I got off, but like the whole ride there was like two fools that had big ass speakers, or one had a little speaker and the other one had a big ass speaker, which is common. It's the Gold Line, so there's a lot of like tweaker or homeless fools with speakers, and this fool was just like. One fool was playing like hair metal, like he was playing like Bon Jovi and shit like that, and the other fool was playing like Easy E, and then
The duality
Yeah,
of
and
man.
then they
That's
started-
the duality of man.
yeah, bro, and then they started battling. One guy would like
It was like
rate-
back to asserting dominance.
yeah, he
it
was like asserting One guy would
Who?
assert dominance.
Who would
by
win that,
raising
Bon
him.
Jovi?
But
or-
like, dude, in the middle of nowhere,
I
like.
think Easy E is
Yeah.
more.
No, check it out though.
dominant
Check it out.
than-
This fool's about to get off, right? Or they're talking, and then like the fool playing Easy is like, "Shut that gay music off." And then the guy was like, "What?" And then he was like, "You heard me, man. Shut that off." And they like got up and they like squared off and shit. And I was like, "Oh, this fool's really about to fight about this shit." This
That's so
this
lame.
is so fucking funny. So like I go and I look and start recording, and sure enough, they just start fucking getting down. Like first they're like fist fighting, and then the other guys
Oh
like
my God.
wrestle them to the ground and start socking them. And then the fool that was playing Easy E, he lost. So by that competition, by that fucking challenge of man on man, you feel me? Pause. Fucking Easy E lost, fool.
go for, like, a
So
little bit longer.
like he was like, "Help, help!" They broke it up, and then like some lady was like, "We should call the cops." I was like, "Fuck no! I got a party to go to. Let's go, man. Let's go.
Yeah,
Let's go."
fuck
They're trying to call the
that,
cops. Fuck that, man. That fool's like, he got his ass beat. He was
yeah, they
doing
already did
stupid
their
shit,
thing.
yeah.
Like it's not.
And
Even,
Bon Jovi fans
But
prevail.
Bon Jovi prevailed, man.
Bon
Prevailed.
Jovi fans
Yeah.
got hands.
Well, I think.
I can't even think of a Bon Jovi.
Yeah, I can't think of it.
Highway. Oh, whatever.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's my life.
Yeah, there it is.
No,
It's
and
now
he's like,
or
"I'm a
never.
cowboy." cowboy.
I just want to get some cheddar.
That's a banger, the on a steel horse.
Yeah, that song is Dead or
Smoking
Alive.
Kush
I used to shred on rock band.
until I get high.
Yeah.
Girls were hotter in the 90s, I feel like. They were like more bosom. Where's that word? Buxom?
Bosom.
Yeah, bosom.
Burzum.
Burzum. They were more burzum.
They were more burzum. Buxom.
Yeah.
I know what you mean.
Yeah. So I think we've hit our peak. I want to thank Zubin for coming out.
Hey.
I think he's going to join us for some bonus content after. So if you want to subscribe to the Patreon,
Look at that.
And get your hands on some of this bonus Planet Dumb content, you go ahead and do that, baby.
Patreon.com/Planet Dumb. All right, fuck it. We out.
We out.
Donald Trump out.
Content man out.